You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network, the home of the Options Podcast. For more quality options programs, visit theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app available in the iTunes and Google Play stores. Select programs are also available via live stream at mixlr.com/options-insider. That's mixlr.com/options-insider. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, stocktwits.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions at theoptionsinsider.com. The Options Insider Radio Network is sponsored by Fidelity Investments. Fidelity's Option Trade Builder tool can help you confidently build an options trade in 3 simple steps. Just choose a strategy, select a contract, and then review the benefits and risks of the trade. Learn more about Option Trade Builder at fidelity.com/options. Options trading entails significant risk and is not appropriate for all investors. Certain complex option strategies carry additional risk. Before trading options, contact Fidelity Investments by calling 800-544-5115 to receive a copy of the characteristics and risks of standardized options. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Good morning. Today is Friday, December 7th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from investing.com. It's the top 5 things to know in the market on Friday. First thing to know is crude oil prices slump as OPEC fails to reach a deal. Oil prices continued to fall on Friday as the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries struggled to come up with an agreement on cutting oil production. West Texas crude oil futures for January slumped 0.43% to $51.23 a barrel, while Brent crude futures, the benchmark for oil prices outside the U.S., rallied 0.17% to $60.16. The Thursday session of the OPEC meeting in Vienna ended without any decisions on cutting oil supply, as Iran seeks an exemption from any cuts due to the U.S. sanctions, which have already weighed on its exports. The weekly U.S. Baker Hughes oil rig count, which is a leading indicator of demand for oil products, comes out later in the session. The second thing to note today is Wall Street remains cautious. A holiday rally seems unlikely for Wall Street as trade concerns and a fall in oil prices pushes futures lower. Wall Street looks set to open lower with the S&P 500 futures down pre-open. The third thing to note today is cryptos fall 90% from record highs. Cryptocurrency prices slumped on Friday with nearly all major coins down at least 90% from their all-time highs. Virtual currencies have fallen dramatically in recent weeks, with news of regulatory scrutiny and a hard fork in Bitcoin Cash cited as major headwinds for the crypto industry. Cryptocurrencies overall were lower, with the total coin market capitalization at $107 billion at the time of writing, compared to $120 billion on Thursday. Bitcoin was down 12%, trading near a session low of $3,377.40. Meanwhile, the creation of a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund is unlikely anytime soon, said SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce, who dissented with the authority's decision to reject the Bitcoin ETF. Don't hold your breath. The SEC took a long time to establish FinHub. It may take even longer to approve an exchange-traded product, she said. The fourth thing to note today is jobs report is on tap. The anticipated monthly jobs report was released this morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Non-farm payrolls for November were expected to decline to 200,000 from 250,000 for the month, while the unemployment rate was expected to stay steady at 3.7%. We'll get those numbers in May. And fifth thing to note today is U.S. dollar nears biggest weekly drop in 2 months. The U.S. dollar was lower on Friday amid worry that the Federal Reserve could pause its rate hike increases due to concerns of slow global growth. The Wall Street Journal reported on Thursday that the Fed is likely to consider a wait-and-see approach after the December meeting. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, Friday, December 7th, 2018, your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Trade smart and have a nice weekend.
Thank you for listening to the Options News Rundown. To learn more about these stories or any other developments from the world of options, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions@theoptionsinsider.com.